One situation that is particularly difficult as a school bus driver that you will encounter is dealing with the first week of school and the last week of school. From experience, I think that is the time of the year that is the toughest, where you have to take the most risks. And the reason is that the first week of school is a time where everyone is getting adjusted. You know, the school administration is getting geared up, the parents are getting geared up, the kids are getting geared up, everyone, they're getting used to their new environment, so to speak. And this is the time of the year where you're the most likely to encounter uh, parents or kids who do not know where the kids are supposed to stand at a particular bus stop. Sometimes they don't even know about the bus stops. That happens occasionally. So you need to be very diligent to know if you see kids that are waiting in a place where it's unexpected. You need to check to see if they're part of your bus route or if they're part of someone else's route, stuff like that. The traffic is likely to be heavier than usual, so that's going to affect your schedule. You're going to run behind. You might have parents who are a little bit, puzzled about the inconsistencies of the first week. But the first week is definitely the time of the year where you are more likely to, deal with inconsistencies as far as schedule-wise. So you might have, that's the time of the year where you're the most likely to find kids that are loaded on the wrong school bus after school. So that's something else that you have to be very diligent about. Also, you might have to deal, especially even as a more seasoned driver, a more experienced driver, you might have a new route on a particular school year. And new kids, I'm talking about the pre-K, the kids that are there at school for the first time, that is particularly challenging because they will get on your bus, especially if there are many of them at the same time. They don't know what's expected of them. They don't know to spell. If you ask them questions about what's your name, who's your teacher, where you go to school, they might not even have a clue. They might not be responsive to what you're saying. If you talk to them, they mean no disrespect. That's their first time on the bus. They'll be overstimulated. They'll be lost. They'll look around like this. So it's important to be, patient with them and know that it's nothing personal. It's likely to happen. And there are solutions to, I think, to prevent any, to diminish the amount of risks that are at stake during the first week of school. First of all, I think it's important to communicate well with the parents, with the kids, with the administrative staff and the teachers. It's important also to get prepared, to have a good, I definitely work hard on the seating plan, early on, trying to gather as much information about the kids, especially the young ones, since they might not know. You try to know where they live and so on, and you plan, a good seating plans will keep the younger kids definitely more to the front, pre-K, to where they're very short. They have a tendency to stand on the seats. So since they don't know much about the rules or anything, you want to keep them nearby to where they're less likely to be bullied by older kids, to where if anything happens, they're closer to, your side, to where you get to be aware of their surroundings, and you can help them out, if anything happens. So a good sitting plan is important. You can use magnets also on above the seats to identify the seats for the kids, so that's gonna help out, especially since the younger pre-K might not even know how to spell their names. So older kids will be able to help them out with that. Also, something else, expect the unexpected. You have to be flexible. So that is it for the first week of school. The last week of school also is kind of, that is when the kids, they have pranks. That's when they're likely to, fights might break out. It's unlikely, but if it's gonna happen, the last week of school is the time of the year where it's most likely to happen. So be ready for, expect the unexpected, and be ready to respond. That's it.